Marcus Aurelius said, "All you need are these: certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way." Marcus Aurelius was the last of the 5 great emperors. During his time, he wrote a series of autobiographical writings known as Meditations, in which he systematically advocated the search for tranquility and greater meaning in life. Although his meditations often stressed the importance of getting up early and seizing the day, he also emphasized the importance of taking time to withdraw inward and find calm. Thanks to his records, we have a reasonable idea of what his evening routine would have been like. In this video, we'll explore 9 different things that Marcus Aurelius would have done in the evening or late afternoon, and how we can follow along with practical examples or adapt this routine to our modern lives. And at the end, I'll show you as a bonus 2 mantras that he used throughout his life. Number 1. Contemplate your inner wisdom. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, mastery of reading and writing requires a master, even more, life. A sage is someone who is considered expert in a particular field and is revered for their wisdom, insight, and expertise. For many people, this sage is a role model. The Stoics spent time reflecting on their sages and checking whether their own actions were in line with those of the sage. Marcus Aurelius considered his sage to be Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, and often asked himself, what would Zeno do? The sage's contemplation must essentially be an evening moment in which he reflects on his day or on the person he is and asks himself, what would the person I mirror do? Your role model can be someone you know, or just the concept of an ideal person. It's important to have a clear definition of this person so that you can reflect on whether your actions are in line with your model. As part of your evening routine, take a few minutes to remember your role model and ask yourself, did I act as that person would have acted? In what aspects can you improve tomorrow so that your life is more in line with that person's? What characteristics of that person do I identify in my person today? Incorporating a few minutes into your evening routine to consider the situations you've experienced today and whether you've reacted as you believe your role model would have reacted can increase your awareness of your choices for tomorrow and make you a better person, the kind of person you deeply admire. If you're struggling to see that person in yourself, try the following. Analyze this person in detail. Look at their actions and how they behave. Once you've seen them, choose 3 habits that they adopt in the situations you want to improve. Try to understand them and internalize them. That way, the next time you find yourself in a situation where you have the opportunity to act like the person you want to be, you'll only do one of those 3. With just 3 habits, it's easier to acquire the personality you want because you don't have a multitude of things you could choose from. Number 2. Don't resent people. At the end of your day, review whether someone has hurt you and what that means to you, how much it interferes and distresses you. In the end, you know that it was an obstacle and that it has made you a stronger person. Marcus Aurelius didn't like people. You can't read the Meditations and not see this. He opens the Meditations with a meditation on how frustrating and obnoxious other people are. And even this idea, the idea that the obstacle is the path. That quote is him talking about other people, how people get in our way, how people present obstacles. But he says that in that obstacle, there is an opportunity to actually practice this philosophy that he says he believes in. To be good in spite of other people, to be just in the face of injustice, to be temperate in the face of intemperance that is being rewarded, to be brave when everyone else is being cowardly and being rewarded for it. For the Stoics, people are frustrating, they are an obstacle, but like all obstacles, they are also the path. That's a challenge we can face. We can be better if we struggle with other people's difficulties. So don't resent people. Use them to make yourself better. Number 3, prepare for the mornings. Marcus Aurelius says, in your actions, do not procrastinate. Marcus Aurelius strongly advocated the importance of waking up early every morning. He did this in order to establish a morning routine that would maximize every moment of life. Sleep should therefore be a restorative experience and not a time to indulge in laziness. A morning routine was crucial for Aurelius, but part of that morning routine began even before the morning, as he prepared for the next day the night before. The Stoics prepared for the day by setting aside time in the morning to rehearse their days. They did this by considering what they wanted to achieve that day, preparing for different possible outcomes, and reflecting on themselves. This kind of reflection was done by many Stoics in the morning and also in the evening. To begin with, you can prepare yourself the night before to make waking up easier. This could mean choosing your clothes for the next day, preparing your suitcase for work, or having a well-defined morning routine. Think of it as a checklist of actions to take, but without having to use your brain to think about what to decide, since it's already been decided the night before. Remember this: the more decisions you make throughout the day, the less effective they become. Even Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men today, has said this. The fewer decisions we make during the day, the better the quality of our decisions. Save your space for making small decisions like what to wear in the morning. Not only is this beneficial for your health, but it will also make waking up a more pleasant experience. Preparing for the day ahead during your evening routine will not only help you with your morning routine, it can also reduce anxiety about the tasks that await you when you wake up. When we put our ideas in a diary, we free up our mental load from having to keep forcing our minds to remember the things we have to do. Before we move on to number 4, if you've made it this far, please like and subscribe so that this video can reach brothers and sisters who need this wisdom. Thank you. Number 4, exercise. Socrates tells us, "It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength his body is capable of." Although he lived almost 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius understood the importance of physical exercise. He believed that a healthy mind cannot exist without a healthy body. The Stoics believed that even a simple exercise routine can teach us virtuous life skills such as perseverance, self-improvement, discipline, overcoming challenges, and developing self-confidence. They understood that it was more important to exercise to gain these self-mastery skills than to gain external approval. Despite what the media might have us believe, the Stoics already knew that striving for a perfect body just to show off rarely leads to true happiness. We often avoid our exercise session with excuses such as, "I'm too tired," "I have an important meeting tomorrow and I don't want to be sore," "I'm so stressed at work that I can't even think about exercising." Although many of us avoid exercise for various reasons, it has incredible physical and mental health benefits, and we shouldn't completely ignore it as part of our routine. Any form of exercise, whether it's playing sports or going to the gym, is beneficial as it releases a series of feel-good brain chemicals known as endorphins, which reduce stress levels and improve mood. If you exercise at the end of the day, it can even help you fall asleep faster, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to face the day ahead. You can also incorporate the concept of taking a brisk walk in the evening to clear your mind. As you walk, observe the air and the environment around you. Let your mind switch from the ruminative thoughts of the day to observing the night sky under which you walk. Gently moving your body and appreciating the beauty of nature around you will help clear your mind of a busy day and prepare you for a good night's rest. I know that nowadays on social media, many influencers are telling you to simply accept your body as it is, and that you should avoid exercise because it's no longer the standard. But these people are wrong and want you to just believe their words without any scientific or psychological proof. Take care of your body and your health, and you'll have a better and more prosperous life with those you love. Number 5, eliminate external stimuli. Marcus Aurelius says, "It is in your power to withdraw into yourself whenever you wish." It is known that Marcus Aurelius strongly considered solitude at certain times in order to be able to think clearly and disconnect from the daily rush. Although he is particularly known for his philosophy that advises us to live each day as if it were our last, he also believed in taking time to find a retreat within his own mind in order to renew himself. He did this as an effort to free himself from stress or negative feelings, disconnect from external stimuli, and seek value in introspection. External stimuli are the changes outside the body or the knowledge that is transmitted to us through the senses. Nowadays, we are constantly confronted with external stimuli, especially when interacting with people and technology. To satisfy the superficial demands of our modern society, we overload ourselves, and our days have become full of tasks, appointments, meetings, emails, and deadlines. We choose to lose our freedom and peace of mind. And even if we strive to create a work-life balance, it's inevitable that we'll return home feeling exhausted, overworked, and stressed. Our evening routine usually involves catching up on social media, watching TV, or trying to answer those last-minute emails. We need to reduce stimuli and organize our minds, so your evening routine should be the time you dedicate to yourself. This probably means eliminating many of the nighttime activities you've become accustomed to and have to do. Mindfulness meditations help to calm an overactive mind and tune into your physical body. This type of meditation can be a retreat within ourselves and the impact of incorporating it into your evening routine can be incredibly beneficial. Meditation is known to reduce anxiety, improve mood, and also significantly improve sleep. Your bedtime routine should be a break from the hectic world and a retreat to your inner self. Although marathoning TV shows, playing video games, going out with friends, or scrolling through social media may seem like a personal break, these activities don't help you achieve tranquility. In fact, they distract you from finding it. And while sleep is important, it's often not enough to restore you after a hectic day. A truly relaxing evening routine has to involve something that allows your mind to switch off. This will allow you to have more peace of mind and improve your anxiety. As Marcus Aurelius said, we do not control events but our reaction to them. That's why after a long time, he finally managed to get rid of the anxiety that was inside him. And so that you don't have to go through the same anxiety problems he did, I've left a link in the first comment to help you get rid of anxiety using the same way Marcus Aurelius got rid of his. Take a look, it will help a lot. Number 6. Review your day. According to Marcus Aurelius, nothing has as much power to broaden the mind as the ability to systematically and truly investigate everything that is observed in life. The Stoics believed that the two best times to reflect were in the morning and at night, preparing for the next day by writing down their thoughts in a morning diary and reviewing the day that had passed. Marcus Aurelius wrote his Meditations with the intention of reviewing his daily life and thoughts in order to achieve personal clarity. He kept a constant watch on his daily actions and choices. The Stoics emphasized the importance of being mindful of one's actions and highlighted the significance of taking time at the end of each day to review what has happened as a way of becoming more aware. Generally speaking, the Stoics referred to this type of attention as one designed to bring self-awareness to one's actions and to check whether they align with one's higher self. They compared this kind of daily reflection to presenting a case in court. We remember and judge our day by self-examining our daily actions and choices and then reviewing them systematically. This is not a judgmental practice, but rather a detailed review that will guide you to make better decisions in the future. You can incorporate this kind of daily review into your nightly routine, setting aside some time before going to bed to remember the day that has just passed, reviewing every moment of the day from when you woke up to the present moment. Meditate on the various choices and actions you have made. What did you do well today? What emotions did you experience? What parts of your day caused you discomfort? How can you learn from what happened today? What did you not accomplish today that you would have liked to? Daily reflections play a fundamental role in Stoic philosophy. They help us prepare for the next day by writing down what we would have liked to have done today. They are also crucial for assessing whether our daily actions are in line with the person we really want to be. For example, while reviewing your day, you might recall an event such as an unpleasant interaction you had due to a misunderstanding while buying your morning coffee. You'll be able to identify how that interaction made you uncomfortable and angry. You'll highlight the time you spent thinking about the encounter and how it affected your mood during the morning. You can reflect on how you would have liked to have handled the situation differently, or how insignificant this interaction turned out to be in the overall context of your day. By becoming aware of this event, the next time you encounter a similar situation, you will approach it more carefully. Taking time in the evening to review your daily progress is a crucial step towards living a Stoic life. After reviewing your day, it's also very important to write down 3 to 5 essential tasks that you have to do the next day. Then, when you wake up, review what you've written down and what your crucial tasks are for the day. This will help you to have more clarity during your day and prevent decision fatigue. Remember, this will make it easier for you to avoid mental overload, as well as not having to remember exactly what you have to do. High-performance people like Jesse Itzler do this. He says it's a relief for the mind, because you don't have to force yourself to think about it all the time. It seems silly and too simple, but think about the course of the day and the excessive amount of tasks we have. Over time, it makes a huge difference, trust me. Number 7. Spending time with family. Marcus Aurelius tells us, "Those who live longer and those who die sooner lose the same thing, for the present is all that can be given up, since it is all you have, and what you don't have cannot be lost." For Marco Aurelio, at the end of the day, it was time to be with his family. He clearly loved his children and his wife. Despite being important, famous, and extremely busy, he didn't neglect them. At night, he would put his children to bed and kiss them, saying to himself silently, "Don't rush. It may be the last time you do. It's not guaranteed that you'll both make it through the night." He loved them. He treasured what he had in front of him, which was truly the most important thing in his life, and then he wished them good night. He did this again and again, for as long as he was lucky enough to live. The Stoics used the contemplation of death as a practice to remind themselves of the impermanence of life. A well-known Australian nurse who cared for terminally ill patients said that one of the most common regrets of a dying person is the wish that they had spent more time with their family. Their patients often regretted missing out on their children's youth and the company of their partners due to the demands of modern life. Families spend little more than half an hour of quality time together during the week, and even when families do get together, many parents say that this time is spent in silence in front of the television because they are busy reading, playing computer games, or are simply too tired to talk. Like the Stoics, if we regularly contemplate our own mortality and remember that there will come a day when we or our children won't wake up to enjoy the beauty of life, we will begin to make some changes to spend more time with the family and often tell our children or family that we love them. Family time is an essential factor that helps create strong bonds, loving connections and relationships between family members. Spending quality time with the family helps to deal with challenges, instill a sense of security, instill family values, and give children confidence. In fact, spending time with family is the factor that gives us the most meaning in human life, even more so in modern life. Although many people think of external appearances like social media, deep down it doesn't really fill us. It just gives us a false sense of importance. Remember that on your deathbed, the vast majority of people who only liked your photos won't be by your side, but your family will. Spend more time with your family. Your future self will thank you for it. Number 8. Embrace a higher perspective. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, consider matter in its entirety, of which you possess the smallest part, and time in its entirety, of which you have been allotted a brief and momentary period, and the works of fate, and how small is your part in them. Marcus Aurelius advises us to contemplate life from a cosmic point of view, or to take a view from above. A view from above means adopting a broad perspective on your life and looking at yourself and your day, as if you were observing from a third-person perspective to remove personal emotions and anxieties. Aurelius is known to have reflected on his life from the point of view of the cosmos during his evenings in order to overcome his limited personal perspective. In today's world, there are so many distractions. Every time we leave the house, we are bombarded with advertisements, news, opinions, and distractions. When we're not at work or with family, we're on our cell phones, listening to music, watching television, or on the computer. All this leads to mental fatigue. It's hard to find space to think and breathe. Our attention is captured by apps, games, videos, and TV series, and the fact that our attention is often directed to other things makes it difficult to deal with our problems, anxieties, stress, and commitments. In fact, our constant attachment only makes these problems worse. To help you, the Stoic exercise of adopting a higher perspective can be used to ease the burden of our problems, as it shifts our vision to a level above ourselves. You can start by taking some quiet time in the evening to observe your surroundings, your body, your home, and the people you live with. Start thinking about what they might feel, how you relate to them, what problems, hopes, and fears they might have. Then expand your vision to see your own city and how all the people who live around you have unique lives that you know nothing about. They have hopes, dreams, and fears just like you. Keep expanding your perspective to see your own country, and then even further, encompassing the perspective of the whole planet, considering all the people on Earth, all our lives spread across countries, social classes, races, and cultures. Think about the challenges that some of the less privileged people face. Keep expanding to the solar system, the universe, and the totality of existence. When we observe from above, we realize that we are not separate individuals disconnected from the things around us, but part of a greater whole, a participant in everything around us. Looking at ourselves from the outside helps us to see ourselves and our concerns more objectively. When we distance ourselves from the worries, anxieties, and problems we face, we can see them more clearly, with less emotion, and we have a better chance of understanding their causes and solutions. It becomes easier to see things in context. If you feel depressed because someone has insulted you, try this exercise. It's much easier to overcome the emotional obstacles we feel when we put things into perspective. Arguments and minor disagreements seem trivial in comparison. Many of our problems can dissolve when we compare them with the problems of others or with the vastness of space. For example, when someone insults you, first think about why it hurts you. Be as specific as possible. This will help you get clarity. Once you've identified what really hurt you, ask yourself, what if this person is right? Well, if they are right about the insult, review whether it really matters to you and only to you. Take a step back and look at it from a broader perspective. You'll see that most insults never have anything wrong with you, but rather with those hurt and wounded people who just want to make themselves feel better by putting you down. Number 9, reflect so as not to fear. Seneca says that you can't buy more life, but you can buy fearlessness. You can stop being afraid of death, and when you stop being afraid of death, when you stop worrying about what's coming in the future, what you get is the now. You have the present moment. So the Stoics think about this memento mori exercise. They meditate on their mortality. They imagine their own death. They plan their own death. They practice death itself so that it stops wasting their time and energy. It stops intimidating them. They can give themselves the gift of the present moment right now, and you can do that. Don't be afraid. Acquire a little fearlessness. Don't worry about death while you're here. Epictetus says that death is not here, and when death is here, he says that you are not here. So we think of death because it strengthens us now, here in life. And ultimately, that's what the memento mori is all about. One simple slip could bring it to an end. Live each day to the full. Enjoy the day and always prioritize what really matters. Now, the 2 mantras used daily by Marco Aurelio. Number 1, amor fati. It didn't happen to you, it happened for you. Fate chose it for you. Accept it, embrace it, support it, and do something with it. That's the real idea of amor fati. Marcus Aurelius says, fire transforms everything into fuel and brilliance. Embrace your circumstances and find strength and growth in them. Number 2, it's about what you do for others. Marcus Aurelius says, the fruit of this life is good character and acts for the common good. The Stoics didn't study this philosophy to become better only for themselves, but rather to contribute to their community, country, and humanity as a whole. Focus on how you can have a positive impact on others. Follow this nightly routine of the Stoics, and I'm sure your life will improve. This is the first big step towards becoming a disciplined person like Marcus Aurelius, but he has some important habits to make this discipline unbreakable in your life. Click on the screen and see for yourself.